dolphins, stingrays, whales, oh my, and throw some boxers in there as well. We're underwater at the Atlantis. Alongside, it's Lawrence the Sauce Coley. This
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, here is a British Commonwealth and...
What a pleasure it is to be here in this environment. What a venue for this showdown.
Todd, I'm going to stay here till the end of the night, because if you're a fight fan like me, this is what I live for.
Under the bright lights here for this one, really good matchup, and we're hoping for a really good fight. These athletes have been waiting a long time to square off. Here we go. That jab misses. These two were made for each other. All the talking has been done. It's time to start doing the walking.
This is not just hype. We are in for something special tonight. What an arena, what an atmosphere, what a build-up.
They're giving us a high-tempo show. That jab won't score. So far as we've reached the halfway point.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
When you're fighting a counterpuncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counterpuncher throw a punch, and then you counter them.
Reaction is second to none. It's the blink of an eye, and they're waiting for any little trick you do. So you've got to fight a counterpuncher smart.
Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. In that last round. That was almost a 10-8 round. Complete dominance. And there's the bell to start round 2. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
Caution being thrown to the wind. Nice exchange here from both men. Timing beats speed. Speed beats power. Sometimes when you're fighting a counter fighter, the rounds can get a little boring. You get trigger shy because you know if you throw a punch, one is coming right back at you.
Counter punch is my favorite kind of fighter. A good counter puncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
Some real good back and forth between these two fighters.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Think the pace will slow down, it picks up. I don't think it's going to be a boxing match. This is going to be a fight. Clean jab. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. talk about a Coley in that last round. Talk about a one-sided 3 minutes. We just saw it.
Dominant.
Here we go in round 3. Who's going to land the first big shot? Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Do you believe this? They both want a highlight reel knockout. Misses with the straight left. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Swing and a miss with that hook. Nice counter punch right up the middle. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. You can tell he's stronger, but he's not faster. Very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about a Coley in that last round. Well, we're entering desperation mode here. Gonna need a knockout.
Every second.
On to the fourth we go. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
He misses with that straight left. Misses with that uppercut. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Can't believe we're only halfway through the round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Walk away from each other and then run right back into trouble. Off the charts action from both of these fighters. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. In that last round. And a round that seemed like eternity for them finally comes to a close. Here we go in round 5. Who's going to land the first big shot? Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
no matter how much speed you've got, timing beats speed.
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close round.
A perfect counter shot. Big hook thrown, but it doesn't connect. Those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Missing with that jab. Didn't land that jab. Both men step back for just a moment. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Coley in that last round. At this point, you got to believe he can't win on the scorecard's going to need a knockout. There's the bell to start round 6. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but when you're dealing with someone with so much speed, you've got to get your timing right.
This can be so frustrating when you're under such a fast fighter. Fast fighter that can throw 3-4 shot combinations before you even let one off. That creates frustration, and that's when it gets hard.
It's all offense all the time. They miss with the jab. Halfway through the round, and man, these two are going at it.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, that's notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
There's been a significant aggression difference in this fight, Johnny. What do you see?
Sometimes when you have a fight, the best way to beat a fight is not give them what they want. Because they want to get you there. They want you to stand there toe-to-toe with them and have a tear. That's what they do in the gym every single day of the week. What you've got to do is you've got to frustrate them as they set their shots. Get out of the way. And they'll get so angry, so frustrated because they can't work.
This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Coley in that last round. That bell could not have come soon enough for this guy. Here we go. It's round 7. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs are gone. He knows your head's not clear. Be sharp.
That counter punch caught him clean. Someone tell these two that they can be defensive for a minute if they want to. Couldn't land that jab. You'd like to see more jabs. Back and forth they go. Neither fighter willing to back down.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
You've got to ruffle their feathers, Todd. You cannot let them get comfortable, drag them, get them complaining to the referee, because once somebody with excellent foot speed and excellent power gets into the rhythm, the fight is over.
Good counter punching. Through the straight left, but it won't score. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Coley in that last round. The game plan does... And there's the bell for round 8. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Tried to score with that hook, but missed. Punch, counter punch. One moment changes everything, especially in this division. How about that time counter shot? Well, just a couple rounds left, Johnny. What's your assessment so far?
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
You gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Nice idea with the jab, but does not land. Well done with that counter shot. No rest for the weary. Throws the jab and doesn't score. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Some might have thought the fight a little bit closer, but the judges are in agreement. A unanimous decision win.
This is the last thing we expected. What a fight. What a style.
Shit. Thank you.